I'm thinking, what do? I create on-the-spot stories by analyzing the situation. Now, I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a mathematician, I'm just who I am, and I do what I do. You have to decipher within your own, have I found anything or not? And what I have found, is it relevant for the story that is being told? And what do you want to hear me say? What is my channel about? What is my end goal? What am I looking to try and do? Very simple for myself. I cry deep down within inside of me how I see the normal person walking down the street in other countries, and in some countries they are forced to take up in Ram in Mars. Mars is the warrior planet. People have decided to earn their money at war. Doesn't make any sense. Makes no sense. I don't think anybody wants to fight. I can't believe there's millions of people out there fighting somebody they don't know for a reason they don't understand, but yet we're fighting. What are we, that stupid? So what am I doing? I'm analyzing situations because I think there's a problem in this world. I think there's a problem of 8 billion people, less the children, right? And all those born before us, that we're worrying over what? Who is this almighty creator, the one they call the Lord God, Jesus Christ? Who is Allah? Who is Buddha? Who are all these elements? What are our teachings, being it from our parents, being it from their parents, and so on and so forth, until right from the beginning? At what time was it manipulated on the telephone line? When was a secret? I don't want to use this word secret, but we all know there's something wrong. We know there's something wrong, whether it be it's tax, whether our countries are in war, or we're passing money from our country where we're not helping the sick and the elderly or the people on the street, but yet we can pass billions of dollars with any story over to another country, and we're encouraging war. Why are we participating? So what I do is I analyze, and through my analyzation, because I didn't know what I was doing 20 years ago when I began, and through my analyzation over time, I have stories to tell. And the stories I tell, as I tell the stories, I show you how I came about to find these stories and what they say. Now, everything is in skeleton form. When I say skeleton form, it means that there's a basis for it, because the theory works out mathematically. I'm just trying to find if I can get my two cameras to catch me the same way. Just trying to see if this is going to work. All right, hold on a second. Right. Now it's long and it's brutal, and it took me 20 years to get here, and I'm still building on the story. Like the game of Scrabble and the 7 tiles you have before you, and the extra tiles that are sitting in the Scrabble game, and all the words you can possibly make that you don't know yet. Your opponent makes a word, and it was 3 letters. Can you have words in Scrabble of 3 letters? It was 9 points. It was a double letter. It was a double word. So we also have to understand, what does it mean, double letter, double word? Triple word. The area space of a Scrabble board. The number of tiles they have for every letter. The numeric value on each tile. Does it go past what? Does it go to 10? Does it go to 9? Is it star system 10 for Scrabble? 1 and 9, 10. One and 9, 10. 2 and 8, 10. 7 and 3, 10. 6 and 4, 10. Should we be making everything perfect on the 45 and 90 degree and 180 degree angle to create this? Did you see what went on I went on these angles. I went 180, it's 11:33, 693, 693rd minute of the PM, plus 720. 693 and 720 equals 3, equals 911, equals 1, and then 1. 14, 13, the division of the alphabet, the 14th and the 13th letter. 5 and 4 in the heart of the sun. 11:33. There's more to it. 27 will be the house of bait. 69 is in the rotation of the 9 months of birth to the 6th life of the 3 creation. Our creation, 6th life, is the body, and then the communication center that goes within. Now, if I start adding on helium and hydrogen and protons and electrons and neutrons, right, to this puzzle that we're putting together, I don't know about them, but what I do is I go out and I look, through theory of relativity or through the theory of rationality, I'm going to go choose all those who have diplomas. And those who have diplomas created the metric system. Those who have diplomas that are used all over for cooking and creating everything in the pharmaceuticals right now. Math, numbers, and a process of elimination. So my end goal, that I never knew what it was, but I always knew what I wanted throughout my life, is to somehow bring peace amongst the people and fairness amongst us all, that no society can take away from one's person's bread and butter. Now, I'm not going to go into what is bread and butter. I know, just give me 1 second. Yippee-I-O. No, I'm trying to look, and I know in butter, it's already telling me about Earth. It's telling me about the electronic world where ER comes in, and it's UT and ER. The double T comes in, 2020 comes in, 2020, 73918246. Are there any other 10s? There sure are. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. But then if I use this 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, I'm going to get 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1/3, 3 parts, and 1 part. If I only work here, I'm only going to work in the 30s. 30, 60, 90. 90 is 100% of 90. Right? 30, 30, 30 equals 100% of 90. Now, there are 4 houses. There are 4 houses. I should not mention that right now. I was talking about the bread and butter. So let me get down to what it is. The story I see that's going on right now is going to show us the story. And the story, if believable and understandable, okay, we're going to be able to see that there's a concrete utopia creation here. There's an absolute concrete utopia creation on this planet right now. We are living in it. It is the games that are played, how perfect they are. It is our capability. Let's go. Hey, it's midnight. Let's go. It's midnight. Get in the house. Sorry about that. The story it's going to tell, I'm going to try to stay online, right? From all the most intelligent people in the world, on all the search engines, you should be able to find everything I do on every most search engines that if you look up, hold on. Stop. Enough. It's midnight. Take my stop and go away. So you look online and you look up calculator and you'll find one of these. I have to show you my game pieces, what I use, okay, in order to help me decipher, to understand, to analyze. One is a calculator. So we can write down calculator. We have to use the alphabet. You know, we have to use the alphabet, and there's a division in the alphabet. Did anybody know where the division in the alphabet is? Right? The division in the alphabet, okay, is at 13 and 14. The heart of the situation will be 13.5 or 0.5 away from both 13 and 14 that they'll meet in the center. The 13th letter is M, and the 5th letter is E. The 3 letters are A, C, and E. The addition of the 2 letters are hold on a second, AC and AD, as well as D and E. I'm going to write this all down and show you. So we might take it for granted. Just let me set this up a little bit better so I can show the both. So I can show this both at the same time to both screens. Let me see if I can show this off. D and E. If it was in French, right, it would say of. If it's of, there's a possibility that it will be related to blackjack because of is 15. Okay, the 15 is the O, the F is the 6. 1 and 5, 6 would be 6 and 6. Possibility 6 and 6, they come together like this. Joining in between here, right, could be the joint. 6 and 6 are here, they join like that. Call this connection creating 6 and 6 into 8. That joining connection when they touch. At the same time, when 6 and 6 meet, this part that goes up there goes into the 7th gate and ignites both sides. That's the way it looks in gematria. The 7 is over here. It goes 1, 3, 5, 7, and then 5, 3, 1 over here. That's the way the gematria works. It ignites 2 sides. At the same time, the 1, 3, and 5, A, C, and E. The numeric value for Fox is 45, F-O-X, and it's going to culminate what is 6 and 15 and 21 equals to 45, but we're not going to use the 6. We're going to use the 15 and the I showed you the wrong number, the 15 and the 24 equaling to 39. I'm going to use 2 out of the 3. We're not the operators. We're not that moon. We're just the 6. But in order to have our birth, we come in connecting to the lunar moon, and we connect to the 2 moons of Mars, 6, 1, and 2. 6 times 6 times 6 is 2, 1, and 6. The size or the diameter of the Earth moon is 2160 miles. 216 plus 666, 18 is 234. 432 is our vibration within the area, right? The vibration within the area. Why don't you give me a call? How do you give me a call? 2, 3, and 4. 2 times 3 times 4 equals to 24. 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals to 9. With 9, you can make that call equals to 33. So where does the 9 show up? The 1 and 8, 9. See, it's only over here. The 1 and 8, 9. The 2 and 7, 9. The 4 and 6, 9. And then on this side, you have 6 and 9. When you want to go the opposite of 9, well, we're going to still use this area, but the opposite is on this side here. 9 and 2. Remember that famous 29, because that's dangerous. And yesterday it happened. Danger. Lots of danger, number 29. You know what happens with that 29, right? You miss that 29th day, you're pregnant. In the utopia world, that's what it says. 28, right? You have the period, the end of the sentence, the 4 sevens, right? That bring you up, the 4 sevens. Remember these 4 sevens. This is your base cycle. 7 months of 31 days, 4 months of 30 days, and Valentine's Day. 3 times 1 is your 3. 3 times 4 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 3 times 7 is 21. 2 and 1 is 3. 3 is our base creation where 1 and 2 come together. 1 and 2 come together to create that 3. That would be your base creation. Your 3, okay, has its enemy or facing sign. They live in the same house. 3 and 4 live in the same house in the E world. The pole goes right through them in the E world. There's only one separation before them. Just like my nose. If I split my nose in half, over here, it's 1 nose, 2 nostrils. Each side of the nose will be different. But because I'm on this planet, this is my nose. It's a jack hook. Not like the pig nose. This is like the jack hook. Right? This is not the pig nose, right? The pig nose, you do this. So the minute you do this, you're going 180. If you do this, you're going 3 or 33. If you do that, 22, and if you do that, 44. So many items. Did you write all this down as part of the project? What angle do you go? On the calculator, down to up here, everything is by 2s. 2 to 4, 3 to 5, 5 to 7, 6 to 8. Everything moves by 2s. If I go up the other way, 2 over to 6, 4, 1 over to 5, 4, 4 to 8, 4, 5 over to 9, 4. I go up and down, it's all by 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. If I go across, it's all by 1s. Anything to do at 1, it's going to have a reflection with 5. One area in the center of the 9 will be 1 with 8. If it goes with 2, I'll take 2 choices over here and 7 will go in between. If I go with 3, I'll use 3 areas here and we'll have 3 and 3 on each side. If I go at 4, I'll take the 4 corners or 2, 4, 6, 8 and I'll have 5 in between. So depending on which number we use is the situation that's going to tell us what's going on, right? What's 100 plus 2531? That's a little silly. Let me just look back and see. Hi, what are you talking about? How are you? Hi, Yeeps Pro. What do? I analyze. I'm not sure what time you sent this. There's no timestamp on it. No, I still don't understand 69. What is 69? 1.5 times 6 equals to 9, right? Pretty simple. Mars is a reflection of what is 1.5. Mars is a reflection of what is 1.5. Meaning that Mars would work at 90, and let's say 9 for our birth, 6 is for our life, right? We are the 6th born, but we run off of, in my work, in my studies, here, in the game, not outside the game, not in the real world. I'd like it to be true in the real world, but only until we can all believe it in this truth within the game can we bring anything out into the other world. Are you still here with us, Tiff? So I'm going to finish with that. So 3 times 3, 3 plus 3 will create your 6 and 9, right? You're always moving. The zodiac signs, okay, they move between multiple. I'm going to show you this in a minute. I'm going to go get a glass of water. I'm going to come back. I'm going to explain the signs. And Tiff Filler wants to know Listen, can somebody answer this question for Tiff Fuller? What is 100 plus 2,531? All right, can somebody ask that? Yes, somebody please answer that question. I want to see what's going on. Hi, Chef VR. Hi, Tiff. Hi. Okay, so this is on here. I'm not seeing what's going on. I have to move over this camera. It's hard to run two cameras over here. Let me see what's happening. Just let me pull out my block. Where's my block? Oh, my block. My block. Sorry about that. Yeah, so Tiff was asking how much this was. Let me see what's going on here on TiCHeConnectT. 134 views, 0 followers, 0 diamonds, 0 gifts. But we got a flare that we're going to use. Great, we got a flare. How is everybody? Let's tap the screen. Why am I saying tap the screen? They say apparently if you tap the screen, right, people will come to your channel and watch your channel. The thing is, I'm hoping people are going to share this channel if you can understand what's going on here. Bringing peace to the world by learning how this world was built, by understanding what pieces connect together. And once we understand how the pieces connect together and the stories they tell, we're going to say, oh my God, the Creator is here. It's an absolutely perfect utopian world. An absolute perfect utopian world we live in, right? So let me see what guests, if we can put guests on. We have Kim Cho Cheese with us tonight. We have Elamia 33 with us tonight. How's everybody doing? I want to see what was happening. The other day they said I can hold the screen. No, that wasn't it. Let me see. I wanted to see what the guests are. So, oh, over here. Oh, yes, I can do a grid. This would be pretty good. Or I can do a panel. I can do a panel like that. Let me do that setup over here. Just give me a second. Setting up a panel. So please tap the screen. Why are we doing this? I'm going to tell you one thing. Sometimes we tap screens on people's stuff for no reason at all. I believe we live within inside the energy. If you understand what I'm saying, does anybody understand what it means to live inside the energy? I'm going to explain to you my understanding of living inside the energy. If I was in a swimming pool, every time I move, everything in that swimming pool to do with the water, call that water the energy. So imagine if you're breathing in the pool and every time you breathe in and out, every single one of your thoughts is going into that pool, and that pool is the central conscience for all the fish around it. As I understand in terminology by the analyzation of what it is to go fishing with a hook and a worm, and the fish run in schools, so that means they're always learning because they're always living in that communication center. Let me see what's going on here. Yes, so I'm going to get a glass of water. I'm going to come back. I'm going to explain this design over here. And I usually lose my place. I want to talk about Celsius and Fahrenheit. I would like to talk about 111. I also like to talk about 111, 111 and up. When you see double time, I want to show you what else you're seeing or what else it's telling you from the number point of view, right? Share this video, share this video. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, we have 215. We got to keep liking this. So I was explaining before why we have to like and what it is when it comes to tiki-talkie and liking, is that we're sending into the universe a mixed reality. When you're liking a lot of nonsense that's going on, it's good to have fun, but it's a cover-up. It's a complete cover-up, sending out the wrong vibrations. But the air we breathe, every single individual, right, is going to have its own story, has its own number. Every single one of us has its own breath, has its own fingerprint. Has anybody seen mine? I'm going to show it here. Here's my print if you want to use it. Here's my print. If anybody wants to use my print. See the way it creases in the center? Both my hands, it's just one crease. One singular crease. Crease your hand. Crease your hand. See the way it creases? One singular crease in my hand. I'm going to get a glass of water. I'm going to be back in 30 seconds. If you have any questions, don't hesitate. And I was putting this up over here. I don't know why it didn't work. I went here, and I went here. Wait, what does that say? What is this? Yeah, I want to see what this is. Right, just give me a second. Okay, we're going to leave it at that. Just keep it at that. Okay, I'm going to get my water. I'm going to come back. If you have any questions about any number, it doesn't matter, or a word, if you'd like me to look at a word and tell you a story about it, I'm going to tell you a story about a word through its mathematics. I'm also going to show you what letters tell me, what different letters, what the letter makes me design from the letter. And also by understanding the value of the letter, the position in the alphabet, whether I'm using gematria or whether I'm using A, B, A1, B2. Just getting a glass of water. I may have to go downstairs. Just give me a minute. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I said I was going to explain this design over here. I'm going to see if I can move these two cameras back together. I might just cancel YouTube tonight because, people just are not coming on. But anyways, I can't do that. Let me see what's happening here. Looks like my comments are stuck on YouTube. I don't know why. So this over here, let me see. Do I have that out right? No, the camera's not picking it up properly. Just give me a second. Let me set this up properly. Okay. Let's see if I can set this up properly. Let's see if I can get the book in here. Yes, this is good. So some of us went to school, some of us didn't. So for those of you who did or you didn't, this separation on this plane, in layman terms, it's noted to be 180 degrees. The 18th letter in the alphabet is the letter R. So I put an R here and an R here, call it the projector. Are we going to have 3 of them or are we going to have 4 of them? I have to think about more of the artwork if I can move it into 3D. Right? So this is 18 and 18 creates 360. More or less, we can also call it the football. We have the 90 degree here because we're not playing with both sides. If I had a football, we'd keep the football from here over to here and then this length, right? But anyways, I don't want to talk about the football right now, okay? When you split it here, that 90 degree angle, they show the angle as an L, right? So they're counting it as 9 and 3. I don't know why they're doing that, but it's 9 down this way and 3 this way. That's the way I understand it. Is that correct? That's what it always told me. When you create the L, you create 9 and 3 equals to the 12. It's your last base 12 with 9 and 3. This is, see, right away, there's a whole story over here. It's not 10 and 3. 10 is reserved, okay? 10 is reserved, okay? 9, 10, 11, they each have their own reality. They each have their own story. What happens with 10 is your base creation is 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals to 10. That's the one reality. That is the complete star. 1 and 9, 10, 2 and 8, 10, 3 and 7, 10, 4 and 6, 10. That is the base star. When you check below, it is 4 over here. When you check above, it's going to total 30. That means the above is 3 times the below. If you're working with the above, you can work with 90s. You can work with 4 by 90 equals to 360, or 3 by 120 equals to 360. The 3 by 120, A plus B equals to C. You put the D in, you've mirrored everything, and when you do it, when you connect 3 of them, 1 and 9, 3 and 7, 4 and 6, you create 30. I didn't use 2 and 8. I use 7, 3, 9, 1, 4, 6. Now I'm going to use 7, 3, 1, 9, 2, 8. Then I'm going to use 8, 2, 4, 6, 7, 3. Then I'm going to use 4, 6, 8, 2, 9, 1. In each one of these situations, I created connecting 10 stars, 3 of them. 3 of them. There are 4 different, okay, 3 or hexagon, 10 stars. There is 1 octagon, okay, 10 star valued at 40. So what does it mean? 1 plus 9, 2 and 8, 3 and 7, 4 and 6. So we have 1 and 9, 2 and 8, 3 and 7, 4 and 6. Then what we have, 1 and 9, 2 and 8, 3 and 7. Then we have 1 and 9, 2 and 8, 4 and 6. Then we have 2 and 8, 4, 2 and 8, 3 and 7, 2, 8, 3, 7, 4, 6. So let me do this over here. This, this, just give me a second. This, and now I have to go, I did this plus, this would be 1 and 9, 3 and 7, 4 and 6. Then we're going to do this one. Okay, this is 40, 5, 5, 5, 5. This is 30, 5, 5, 5. This is 30, 5, 5, 5. This is 30, 5, 5, 5. And this is 30, 5, 5, 5. Okay, you made me forget something now. Not happy about that. Cranberry juice with carbonated water. So here's where we're going to be. How's everybody tonight? I'm not getting those comments. I don't know what's happening here. Chat filter. Top all messages. Okay. Let me see what's going on. Just give me a minute. How's everybody doing? Tap the screen. I think that's what we're supposed to say. I've been very, very professional about that. It's probably the only thing I haven't forgot yet. I'm going to go visit the dog. I have to go finish the dog. Oh my God, it's midnight. Happy New Year. Happy New Year now. Happy New Year. Got to write that down. HNYSMB 142857. Just give me a second. Heaven's Gateway in the moon. In the den. In the den. No, you can't go out. You can't go out. You can't go out. You can't go out. On the couch. Stay there. Don't follow me. Look what happened for Happy New Year. HNYSMB 142857. Now you can say whatever you want. 999. House of Bait. In the sun, right? Divided sun. The spirit within the heavens of the sun in the house of Bait. The zodiac signs, the 12 zodiac signs. We are moving all the time. They're all under the same roof. There are 88 of them. We run in thirds. There are 4 areas of 3. 33, 3, 3, 3. 90 for one area, right? 120 for the other area. 4 by 90 is 360. 3 by 120 is 360. So 3 and 4 will always work to rotate within each other. 6 times 28. 7 times 24, 168 hours in a week. 3 times 28 equals to 84. 4 times 21 to equal to 84 when you're rolling the dice between 3 and 4. We live in the E world. What is A and E? Should I finish with this design? Does anybody have any questions? Let me see what's going on over here. Transformers. Everything transforms, Jenny, at least for me. Jenny also for generator, generation, although it's not that word. It sounds what it sounds, just need the sound. Let me see what else is said over here. How many people we got? Join. Let me see the guest board. Viewers, how is everybody? Votan, Zayden, Elamia 33, Jenny, Marco. If you have any number questions, if you have a question about an association with the zodiac signs, and I really don't do any analytics on the zodiac signs, what I can tell you is how numbers associate within the zodiac signs. So we are constantly moving in the house of the rising sun, right? Let's look at the sun as a battery, right? And all the planets just keep going around the hive, right? We don't go around. Do you think we go around the sun this way, or are we going around the sun this way? Right? When they're saying Pluto is 8 billion miles from the sun, right? Just put it out here. Don't say it's 8 billion miles here. It's 8 billion miles here. It's not close to the sun. It's not even interfering with anything. It's out here. It's like this. It's like stretching it out. This is me, right? And you're stretching me out. You see this pole over here? You're just stretching me out all the way over here. And that energy is pulsing all the way out. You can look at it that way. You can also look at it, okay, as having the sun in the middle of the ocean, okay, and making a wave. And by the time the wave comes to the shore, that would be the extremity where the Kuiper belt is, right? But that's not the way I see it. I see it more as this distance. But anyways, irrelevant to that fact. We have 9. The 9 splits the center right over here. The 9 splits the center over here. You have the left side, you have the right side. The left side is L, the right side is R. 3 and 9. 1 and 2, 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 is 3 and 2. Let me see, is 3 and 2 equal to 5? Over here, right, it's 18. 1 times 8, 1 plus 8 equals to 8 and 9, 17. You now have 3 and 17. Let me write that down. We have L, 12. We have R, 18. It'll be 8 and 9 equals to 17. And this will be 3 and 2 equals to 5. 5, 1, and 7. I just want to see what's going on with that. So we have 18 and 9, I and R. I and R are the only 2 letters in the alphabet in their house. They are the only 2 letters in their house. They have an association of just 2. Every other letter has an association of 3. When you have an association of 2 letters, and the reverse alphabet is 27, it's 2 by 27, equaling to 54. Otherwise, it's 27 by 3, equaling to 81. What we're going to get out of this situation is this. 2 letters, 27 alphabet reverse per letter equals 54. 3 letters, alphabet reverse 27 equals 81. The total of this is 135. And what's ironic is the Giza pyramid is 5 and 1 and 84. Here it's 8 and 1, 8 and 1, and 5 and 4. 84 will represent Pluto, 51 Mars, 54 the Sun, 81 square Venus. Both ways to create 18 or 81 comes through 99. 9 times 9, 9 plus 9, 18 and 81. Ra. R-A-H. R-A-H. What it is when it comes to H is going to show you separation. The R is going to show you distance on one side of that separation. The I is going to split it, and it's going to split the A house, the house of creation. Ace. A is a representation of the word ace as we see in games. I get my description within my numbers or certain letters through games. Things, items, for me, whatever it is, but I prefer that it would be something that is fair to everybody. Hold on a second. There's no going out. Go sit down. Go sit down in the den. No, you're not going out. You don't have to go out. You don't have to pee. Go sit down. Go sit down. Sit. Go sit down. Go sit. I love you. I love you. But you gotta sit. Just 1 second. Stay. I'm just doing this. Just give me a minute. For the door. I have to lock the door. Go back. I hope I didn't lose my spot. Zero guest. How are you, Dooley? How are you? Jushua. How do we get all these names? Ah, Sabrina. Okay, I can read that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We don't need any more. So we can see A divided by R by I. 2 R's, one on each side. 2 R's, the 18th letter equals to 36. R is 9 and R is 9. 18 and 18. 1 and 8 is 9. 1 and 8 is 9. That's a total of 18. Or 2 times 9 equals to 18. Or 3 times 6 equals to 18. 6 here, 6 here, and 6 here. And we roam around the house. Number 2 and 9, okay, difference from what is, right? Number 2 and 9, the difference of 2 and 9, right? 2 and 7 equals to 9, and 2 and 9 equals 11. 8 and 1 equals to 9, 8 and 3 equals to 11. What is at the 7th gate of 1 and 6 is to what is number 13, 6 and 7, 13, 1 and 3 is 4. To what is 3 and 4 is 7, to 4 and 9 is what is 13. And connecting it all is right over here, 8, 5, and 2. To what is 8 and 5, 13, to what is 2 and 5, 7. What does 8 connect to in the 10 star? It connects to the 2. So when it connects to the 13, right, the 4, we know the 5 connects to the 2. In the 13 world, we know the E world connects to here, Venus. We know over here, when we connect to Mars in 9, what's going to connect to the 11 is going to be here in Jupiter. They're both going to connect in Jupiter. We know Mars connects in Saturn. 9 birth connects in Jupiter to what is the 11th connecting in Saturn. Your rotation around here, if I remember correctly, is a chess piece. I don't remember the chess piece, but it's a 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1 chess piece. It goes all around the 5. That's the way this operates. We go up and down 33, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Pig's pregnancy, 7 by 3, the egg is hatched. We lay 6 eggs in 7 days on average over the period or lifetime of the chicken. When we move to a bottom left to top right, we move by 4s. We move bottom right to top left, right? We move by 2s. So let me write this down. This is huge. And it's on the calculator. The bottom left to top right, we move by 4. 1, 5, 9. We move 4 from the bottom right to top left. We move 3, 5, and 7. We move, okay, by 2s. This is only my center explanation. It's a skeleton world, skull and bones. Sometimes we give you all of the picture. Sometimes we give you just the skeleton. You didn't know who they were now? D or A, dead or alive, right? You think it's just dead or alive? Or how about after A, death? AD, after the death. We can also use it for analog and digital. Now, remember, for each and every one of us, we all have a personal relationship to our own frequency. That frequency we live with, okay? When you are in the birth and you are born within the womb of the air of this creation that we live in, this energy, we're all connected to the source. So whatever you think came from somewhere, okay? And wherever it came from, it doesn't matter. The thing is, you heard it, you know it. I know death or alive, dead or alive. I know after the death, AD. I know analog and digital. I know ABC, and I know BCD, that BC brings A and D together, that if I should mention A, I am with BC. That if I should mention D, I am with BC. If I mention AD, I am with both. But if I mention BC, am I with both? D connecting to the Mars moons, A connecting to the Earth moon. And everything is... Sit down. Sit down. There's nobody out there. Go in the den and sit down. Go sit in the den. Please go sit in the den. And give me a hug. Go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. Lie 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 down. Go lie down. Go lie down. Lie down. You know what? If I had one prayer that I wanted to make, I'm going to put it on myself. I'm going to have to study how to be harmonious with the dogs, how to make them smile. I don't like to shout. It's not good for my own vibration. Something's wrong with my chat filter. Yeah, I'm not sure if my chat's working in I don't know, YouTube or something here. Let me see the guest. Let me see. Can I do that guest grid? How come it doesn't show up? Settings. Let me go to my settings. Okay. No, that's okay. Okay. So this is what we come up with. We come up with D and we come up with A. We come up with D and A. Right? You know, you get to the DA's office. Look at that. 1 and 4, 2 and 3. They're both 5. This one is going to talk about Mars. This one's going to talk about Earth, Venus. This one's going to talk about Mars, Mercury. It's also going to talk about the lunar moon. So now we have Mercury. Okay. We have Mars. Maybe that's the M and M. You're going to be talking about Jupiter because it adds up to 5. Right? It also is, let me see, Mars, Mercury. Yes, Luna. So when we talk about number 23, we're going to talk about Venus. We're going to talk about Earth. And we're going to talk about Phobos and Deimos. Connection of the D, the die, right? Anybody find a die around? Right over here. Die, also to be known as color. Die is also to know as color. And the more levels of knowledge we bring in here. I bring in a plumber. I bring in an electrician. Right? I bring in a math teacher. I bring in science teachers just to listen that everybody hears something different and tells a different story alternative to what I'm saying. So give me a second over here. Just want to see if I'm holding it in the right spot. I want to see if my camera's proper with this. No. trying to see if I get, okay, I got that right. So here, 1 is for Mercury, 4 is for Mars, 5 is for Jupiter, Luna for the 1 moon, Venus is number 2, Earth is number 3, Mars has 2 moons. This is how they end up looking. This is our setup. A, B, C, D. 7 times 6 equals 42. 7 plus 6 equals 13. The total is 55 and 29, equaling to 84, connecting Pluto. 7 and 6. Mars. Mars is number 51. Earth is number 52. 103, remember that number 103, also 107, right? 6 and 7. 7 times 6, 7 plus 6. Because they only come to be the base of your creation is 1 and 2, but you don't live on the skeleton. You have to add on the moons to that, right? The moons are included in our 6th birth. Now that I looked outside the bubble, I have to remember, I have to place myself back in my head, because I usually don't see anything. I see it like, anyways, not to discuss that. So yes, so when the star system connects, right, it's the Earth that's going to connect to Uranus. And it's going to be Mars that's going to connect up to Saturn. It's going to be Venus in the star system that is going to connect up to Neptune. And we're going to have Mercury is going to connect to Pluto. And that's going to create the S letter. There's a few ways to look at this reality. Okay? When number 1 and 9 are together and noted to be 19, okay, that is a letter, that is a number. Number 19 equals 1 plus 9 equals to 10. 1 plus 0 equals to 1. So there's a double reduction to arrive at 1. There's only one letter that does that. And that letter does a few other things. Well, all the letters do things, right? This is also to note 19, 1 plus 9 equals to 10, 1 plus 0 equals to 1. It's almost like number 1, but it's not. It's like number 1. You see this number 2? It's like number 1 on this side. See, the 5 is opposite of 2. You turn it from this side, right? And then here is 10. And then you go 13, you go 10, you end up here. Here's 1, 4, 7, 10, 13, 16, 19, 22, 25, 28. And that's the way number 1 goes. It keeps turning over every time you add to a 10. 1 becomes dark, 1 becomes light. 1 becomes dark, 1 becomes light. This is the way it works in one of the games, constantly. Okay. At the same time, the number 10 or 1, 10 is an association of A, B, C, D. 10 is the association of A, B, C, D, which is inverted to what is I, H, G, F. Your number 13, your lucky 13, right? This is going to be, I'm going to use it as a 9 and 4 equals to 13 to begin with. I have to use a 9 and 4. That's my smallest 13, the 4. The minute it becomes the mirror, that's my first mirror. It's not the... These are the other 13s. This one over here is where Earth and Mars will connect. And it's even dictated within the numbers 5 and 1, 6, 5 and 2, 7. Mars is going to connect to 22, to Ape, and Go. Earth is going to connect to 33. It's going to connect to the rotation yin yang of the sun, the birth and the coming of life, holding on to the 3 moons. It's going to be 9 and 6. It's going to be part of the star system. I'm going to have to show you that design, what happens. I'm going to just show you this now. I'm going to show you the beginning. It all starts by me doing this. There's other ways to do it, right? And then I do that, and we see a 9. And then we see this, and we see a 6. But in this creation, we see an 8. We also see the percentage sign, and right away, another confirmation, the percentage sign is located on the 5 key over here. The 5 key of your keyboard is going to have the percentage key, so back to the E. Now what we have to do is take another look. Where is my box? We can see the separation of the star. The 33 showing above and below, the 1-1 showing across, and the 22 or the 44. It's not the same. There's 2 realities. There's the calculator where it's 1, 2, 3, right? Or it's a telephone. On the telephone, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here, 7, 8, 9 over here. On the telephone, going down this way on the telephone, you're going down by 4. Here it's 1, 5, 9, 3, 5, 7. Here it's 1, 5, 9. So you're going this way, and then you're going this way. It creates a V. The continuation, this continues on. It's 1, 5, 9. The next one is 13. The next one is 17. So you go 9, 4, 8. So if I tell you these numbers, and you look them up, you look up frequency. When I tell you these numbers, look up frequency. No matter what number I tell you, also divide it by 3. 1, 5, 9, 13, okay, 17. 1 and 7 is 8. 13 is 1 and 3 and 4. It becomes 948. So 948 divided by 3 equals to 316. Does 316 divided by 2 is 158. Divided by 2 is 79. So I know right away that is birth at the gateway. 7 and 9. 7 and 9. 7 and 9. 948 divided by 79. 948 divided by 79 equals 12. Equals to 12. So why do I say birth at the gateway? What happens is with these cubes, this crisscrossing of 2 and 4, 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 will create mathematically 6 and 8. See, that's what I love it. Somebody confirmed me yesterday, math is perfect, right? So the story it tells from its perfection, okay, is the story I share with you. So here we have 6 and 2, right? 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 is 6 and 8. So I have 6 and 2. Six and 2 equals to 8. Now when I return it around, I got 5 and 1, okay, equals to 6. Isn't that perfect? Now I have 6 times 2, 6 plus 2 is 12 and 8 equals to 20. I have 1 times 5, 1 plus 5 equals to 6 and 5 equals to 11. Hold on a second. Go sit down in the den, please. Go to the den. I want you to go to the den. 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 There you go. Go lie down. Thank you. Go lie down. Go lie down. You know, it's just a shame. I was looking on some. Let's bring up and pop up the energy here. 3 people. I'm seeing these channels. There's channels out here. What's going on? Let me speak right direct to the AI, to the system directing all the people around, right? There's nobody seen my live. There's nobody seen my live. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say we're 3 of us here. But in reality, my live, I know I'm being shadow banned. I know 100%. And I think the system that's shadow banning me should hear me out. I think you should. I think it's only fair. I'm talking right to that system right now. We all know it exists. We all know there's no denying it. Hold on a second. Why do you want to go out? I can let one of you out only. I can let one of you out. Can't go out. Can't go out. I let one of them out because it's after midnight. I'm going to have to go let them back in a minute. We're going to get on to the continuation. But what's ironic about this one is this is the lowest on the dice you can get. That means the opposite side has to show me the maximum. When you put a dice down on the table, one side is going to be blocked off. You'll see 4 to the ring. You'll see 4 to the ring. 4 sides you'll be able to see. The one they count is on the top. That's the one that's plugged in. Regardless, you always get to collect your 14 dots. Let me see what's going on here. I know it exists. The name is. What is that is? What is that is? I don't get it. What is that is? I don't get it. Okay. So back to and yes, so that those letters I and S, 9 and 19 coming together, right? That is birth amongst the 2 moons, right? That's what connects to the E world of 4. 1 through 5 is 4, right? And then 5 through 9 is 4. 1551 is 33 rotation of the birth within the sun. Just give me a minute. You can't go out. Go in the other room. Come in, Ozzy. You can't come out. You can't come out. In. Ozzy, cookie. Cookie, you want a cookie? Come in for the cookie. And that's it. Just give me a minute. Down. Down. Does anybody see any promotions in here? For the people on TikTok, take a look at the comments, right? When somebody puts words like that in order, they're not interested in what I'm talking about. I don't know if you see it. I'm going to finish this and then I'm going to start on with the video. I'm missing a little energy. So, Mr. Votan, tell me about Enki. The black cube. In Islam, it's called Kaaba. But in Israel, right next door, they put it on, they call it the tefillin. Same thing. But yet, they put it on, they only read the scripture. Let's read what the truth was in the day. Denver, downstairs. You can't bark. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. I love you. Okay, go sit in the den. Go sit in the den. Go sit in the den. Go in the den. You want to go outside? Denver, you want to go out? I'm letting him out. Just give me a minute. I don't know what he's doing, but he's running like crazy. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Give me a minute. We'll talk in a minute. We're just going to see what's going on over here. Watching the dog. Let's see what he's doing. Oh, he's going to take a poop. I guess he really wanted to go out. There he is. I'll probably get 1 million subscribers now. Okay, Denver, you're making the highlights. This is an alien. We're now on Mars. There's an alien walking on Mars. Look at that. We can't be in Canada because Canada is cold and it's snowing. We have an alien out there trying to choose a spot. Oh, here it goes. Oh. Okay, come on, Denver. Come on, Denver, to the house. Okay. Yes, I'm going to get back to the video in a minute. This dog wants to get out also. The dog was already out. You can't go out. You can go up when your brother comes in. I can't let him out. I can't let him bark. This dog is still going out there, so just give me a minute before I start the video. I just want to watch him for a minute. Ozzy. You want to talk to everybody? Hold on, Ozzy. Come here. Ozzy, what are you doing? You have my sock, Ozzy? Let me see. You got my sock. How come? Go lie down. 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 I come to babysit you, but you can't be a crabby. Just give me a minute. Let me see where the dog is. Take a break, go to the bathroom, get yourself some water or something. But I don't know where the dog is now. Wow, where's Denver? I'm going to call him in. Denver! Come on, Denver. Let's go, Denver. Come on. Come on, Denver. Okay, I'm going to just... Oh, Denver's here. Come on, Denver. You feel better? Thank God. Okay, so now we're going to go back to this video over here. Right, sorry I was missing in action. So, you know what? I start doing, you know what's crazy is I start showing an equation, and then the 6 people that were here were down to 2 people. So I'm always telling a half an equation. Let's see, 9:30 loader. You still here, or you just dumped your words here and you dumped off? So we have 9:30 loader saying the word heading into the dumpster, long overdue, aliens going to straighten things out, God joke man. The problem with that statement is that the interpretation or description of the word God is can I say flagrant, being misused, right? Right? There's God, Lord, Creator, Architect. Who are you talking about? Now, if you're talking about Bible, what Bible are you talking about? Not my Bible. They ain't talking about my Bible. What does Bible mean? What does the word Bible mean? We need a Bible. We need a book. Is it sets of rules and explanations? Like if you go to a baseball game, right? Sit down to the baseball game. You got your glasses on. And how does baseball work? So it'd be the baseball Bible. In baseball, there's a pitcher and a catcher. There's a person at first, second, third base, one at shortstop. They also have something called, listen to this, around the horn. Around the horn, we have the pitcher, we have the catcher, we have first, we have second, we have third, and then we have shortstop, S and S. Funny the way the E and the S look the same. And apparently something in there they call around the horn. Now, in order to know all this, you need the baseball Bible. Rules, regulations, descriptions, and things that go on in a baseball game. Fair to both teams. Even having an umpire. You look like an old man, barking all the time. If you're nervous, come and see me. If you're not mentally well, I know you're not mentally well, okay? How can I comfort you? I try the small voice, the long voice, the hard voice. Give me a minute. So, in all games, there are rules and regulations that is supposed to create it fair for both teams, amateur or professional. We have to look at it a little bit different. Even in the word, it's a little bit different. When you say amateur, right, it will say the word soul in French. We also have to balance. There's another balance that's coming out. One is in French and one is in English. What did you say? Anglaise? Oh, I'm sorry. One is Anglaise. It was my French friend over there. They tell me they tell me Anglais and English, you know, and then they tell me, hey, tu parles français? So I write that down. So I write down the Anglais, the Français, the English, and the French. The way the English say English, in English, French is French. But to a French person, it's not French, it's Français. But the English and the French, they can agree on something. They agree on 6. Both in English and in French, they agree on 6. And almost on the color blue. They almost agree, except in the color blue, right? It's BLEU instead of BLUE. Pretty weird, isn't it? Let me look at these 12 new just for fun, I want to see if somebody tries to join. I want to see what happens because, hello, Ernest, how are you doing? How long do I know you? You must have gray hair by now because it's a long time. It's a long time. How are you, Dale? How are you, Dale? Yeah, I don't invite anybody as guests, you know, and I should. I really should. Now we're a whole one person here. Wow, are we just the two of us? Just the two of us? Wow, they're quiet. They're quiet. Oh, I had to talk. Okay, give me 1 minute. I'm going to be back in a minute. What does the word earth mean broken down? Very good. Thank you for asking a question. No known origin of the word earth, so it's been said. Okay, thank you very much. Sounds good. I'm taking 1 minute. I'm going to do that. Oh my God, you're making me cry. Making me cry. I'm actually going to do something to somebody that I believe and I trust really wants to know. And I want to know too, because that's why I want to set up some kind of Excel where we can all just put in certain words. I want to set up a program so that not the AI, but the programmation can tell me, can upgrade my stories, right? I don't grab all the stories. I'm not balancing everything. I can feed in all the information, right? Remember, take a 1 minute break. The Bible, okay, I'm going to take the Bible. Now, Bible number 1, hockey. Bible number 2, baseball. Bible number 3, soccer. Bible number 4, football. Football CFL and football NFL. Bible number 5, the game of pool. Bible 6, bowling. Then we'll get another Bible. It's going to be the game of darts. Then we have language, the language Bible, which is a little less precise, but there's rules and regulation. And in all of these Bibles, you're going to have the rules and the regulations. Now, the thing is, with the rules and the regulations, there's also the color commentary that goes along and the action that fills in hold on a second. The action that fills in the, like it's missing. Area 2, 3, and 4. What's happening? What's happening between the gates, between A and E and I? 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2. What's happening between this area here? 1 through 5, 5 through 9, even though it's 6, 7, and 8, there's only 3 areas. So we fill in the area space of what 2, 3, and 4 is, maybe with the scoring results. Now remember, there's the offense and the defense. These are my Bibles to understanding the alphabet. We also have the alphabet itself. We have shapes. We have angles. We have tools and instruments. We have calculator. We have a projector. Protractor. Is it a protractor? We have the protractor. And you can create angles with that. Those are the Bibles. You cannot get away from what elements they have given to us to live by. Right? And it says there's only 2 people here, and I don't believe that. We had 1,000 viewers and 1 new follower, 0 diamonds, and the journey and the stages. What's this over here? I can't do that. Let me just check this out. 1 new message. Why does it say 1 new message? So people come in here. Are you coming in here? What can we put in the background? Let me see what we can put in the background. I want to see if I can put something in the background. Let me see if I can put a green screen back here. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good. Hey, that's a pretty. I'm just showing a backlay. We can show this backlay. I don't like that backlay. We can show all the cubes in the back, right? Yeah, that's a good backlay. I just show you everybody over here. The backlay is on my other screen. So what's everybody doing here? Okay, am I the third wheel? Are you the third wheel? You know what? I like to think that you put your hand on, you hold my hand, and you hold the hand that I hold. Here is Fred, right? Here is Fred. Here you are. I'm holding you. You're holding Fred, and I'm holding Fred. Right? Let me do it a different way. Let's say this is Fred. I'm holding Fred. This is you. And you're holding Fred, and I'm holding you. And that's the uniqueness of Trinity. We put something in between the 3 of us, all the air we breathe. We all know what's happening amongst us. That's the Trinity. And below us, with our feet, we connect our hands and we connect our feet. But when we connect our feet, I'm not connecting my foot to you. I'm connecting my foot to somebody else that has their foot on you. There's somebody below, another person is below, has a foot on me and a foot on you, and then somebody else has a foot on them while they're holding hands. And we can keep on doing this. So let me look at Earth. EARTH 52, 28, and 24. It starts with E5 and A1. So right away, that is going to talk about Mars. Right away. The vibration sits between the first 2 letters, right? 54. It's going to be a 2-letter connection right away to start with, where it hits 51. What I mean is, let me get a glass of water. Actually, I need to put something in my stomach. Just give me 1 second. give me 1 second. I'm going to be out. Just give me 1 second here. So let me get back to the explanation of the word earth. So the beginning of earth, and also in earth, is also rat. So rat will be connected to Saturn. Well, I can't stop here. I got 51, but stop there. So you only understood to 51. That's okay. So it starts off with AE. The two basics of the worlds, okay? The first 5 is A through E. That's the bottom side. That's the bottom side. A through E. 432 is our vibration, right? Do you follow me so far with that? Earth is also 28 and 24. What that means is T and H is 20 and 8 equals 28. So it runs the cycle of the moon, and it begins in the mirror world. Why? T and H begins at 4th. It runs all the way to 20th. It doesn't run its way. Just let me see. I'm just having trouble with this. You see the way it runs its way to 20th? Let me see if I can. Why isn't this? Let me see if I can do this here. Now, this other camera, hold on. I have to take this off. Yeah. So what happens, IETH, 19th and 20th, IETH. You see what comes into this one? The I comes in with the ETH. Instead of 18th, right, and just being the regular word, it's instead of 20, they changed the Y for an I and put an ETH at the end of it. The 20 is going to represent D or C and A, or B and B. 2 and 2 or 1 and 3. If they do that, they are going to have to represent this. Why? Because the opposite of this is that 1 and 3. So that's a 10. It's going to be part of the communication, right, through the moon. Not that communication. There's 2 different kinds of communication. There's going to be 55 and the 22. That's your BB. So that situation I just showed you to understand what that T is. Now, where does that T or E come in? Where does that come in? That comes in through the crossing star. When you cross through the center over here, let me see this. I don't like the way the phone is not, okay. When you come through this star, this is the 5 area. 5 times 5 times 5 is 625. You're born into the quarter house. You pass through the 5 4 times, you get 20. So here's where you get your 20. Your reason for the 20 is connecting the complete star. Your ABCD with your FGHI. Where I, okay, comes into A. Where 13 is reverse 7. And it's not only me where 13 reverse 7 is 9 and 4. 9 and 4. 9 and 4, 13. 1 and 6 equals to 7. Right. 9 and 4 equals to 13. 1 and 6 equals to 7. Here, over to here, 5 difference. Here, over to here, 5 difference. Here, over to here, 1 difference. Here, over to here, 1 difference. Now, remember, the 1 difference here is that also you have to understand its angle, right? It's a 1 and 1 difference because you go up. right? This angle over here, I don't know what you use it as here, right? When it goes down to here, it's 2 down and 2 over. 2 over, 2 down, 22. Here it's 2 over and 1 up. We have to remember these. These are part of the code. Part of the code is in everything. So would you like to hear more sound good? Because I have more about Earth. So we understand that in the star system for E, we have one octagon. Call it a dog. Octagon dog. Call it the queen. Because the queen is number 62. The dog is number 26. I don't know the number to the octagon other than it's got 8 shapes to it. How many sides do we have here? We have 6 sides. 6 sides. The cube has 6 faces. But it has this here, this here, this here, and this here. It has 4 of them. 4 of them. 4 of them. Then it has this here, this here, this here, and this here. It has 4 of them. Then it has this here, this here, this here, and this here. It has a total of 12. 12 flat faces. It has 6 sides, 12 flat faces. 9 to a face, 12 all the way around, 3 rows high, total of 36 to the ring. The ring is 36 and 22. I'm not going to tell you about that right now. The 22 is to the void area. Okay, so I'm going to go on with Earth. The reason Earth is 28 and 24 is because the T and H totals 28 and the EAR 18, 1, and 5 equals the 24. Okay, so this in games is a red color. In roulette, here it's a black color. Now if I change games, this will be the red color, this will be the black color. So it doesn't matter which way it goes. I'm just going to flip the script because it's been flipped already. I'm trying to figure out just give me a minute. I have to change my pen. Just give me 1 minute. I have to do something here. Just give me 1 second. Just give me a minute. Hold on, just give me a minute. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. I hope I can remember. Yes, we were talking about Earth. So what happens over here? The word rabbit, okay, is also number 52. And in the word rabbit, it is 4 and 48. 4 and 48. Rabbit is the 4th zodiac sign in the Chinese astrology. And it runs into the group of 1963. 1, 9 is 10. 6 and 3 is 9, 19. It has a 2-level reduction for the house it is in. It will reflect Sagittarius and the monkey. So it becomes the rabbit, the monkey, it'll be Cancer and Sagittarius. We need to find the complete aspect. If we're talking about a word, I want to see everything it's going to connect. Now, with that, anything to do with the 4 is going to have a reflection of the 3, right? So what we're going to now do is we're going to have to talk about Gemini. We're going to have to talk about Capricorn. I'm going to have to go lower that. We're going to have to talk about the Tiger, right? Which is the 3rd zodiac sign. And then we're going to have to talk about the Rooster. And I have to put that all in order because it's not that easy to understand to start. So I'm going to continue on with the word Earth. Let me go back to my stove over here just to make sure there's no... So now we're still back to the word Earth. The reduced value of Earth is 5 and 1 and 9 and 2 and 8. Wow, 1928. Wow. I like that. I like that. We have 2 10s. We have a crossing star. 1 and 9 and 2 and 8 within the word Earth, right? And also we have the vibration showing up over here. We have the cycle of the moon. We have the connecting, right? We have the connecting. 8 and 1, 2 and 7, 5 and 4. I never touch the 9, but I add up to 9. The reverse side of what is 9 is going to be 11. It's automatically telling me our vibration is within both houses. It's crossing over. It's crossing over both sides, right? Earth is within both sides. We move within both sides. Our house is over here, right over here. But we live with our heart on this side. But we constantly move around inside this area. Let's call that the ace. The thing about the ace, okay, or the A being second within inside the word, right? So we're talking about the 2 moons of Mars because the A is second. It's also that it's the ace is what divides. You can already see that we can put just the I letter in the center over here, right? The I letter in the center over here. And we can have 2 sides, this side and this side. When you create the H, you put a band out here, you put a bound out here, and you connect the 2 of them over here. When you want to show sine wave or life or energy or movement, you're going to go up and down. That's what this is doing. I could have created it this way. I needed to show all the ways it can be created, with the flat face or with the point. When I connect to both houses, I use the M letter. M letter is going to represent the Federation 4, 5, and 6 because it's joining it at 4, 5, and 6. Therefore, if it joins at 4, 5, and 6, it must be joining as so. 4, 5, and 6. That means 4 and 6 will connect together. Zion, Israel, the operator. 7 and 3 will connect together. 9 and 1 will connect together. 8 and 2 will connect together. That'll be your star system. All passing through here. T minus counting. So now we have more of the Earth. The Earth is the rabbit. It's a communication center. They tell us there's 1 moon, but it starts with the E, and right away with the E, it means it's divided, the first letter of each. And also it ends with the H. So we're going to have to look at E and H, and I just did that like 2 minutes ago. The 8 and the 5 coming together. Where did I put the 8 and the 5 coming together? Okay, oh boy, maybe it's here. Yes, it's right over here. Between left and right. See, in the base level, right? On the base level of what you see, that's why I say the base level before you work it. You have L12 and you have R18. Is there a rib or something like this? When you do the math, it equals that. When you do the math, it equals that. 1 and 7 equals to 8 and 5. They both represent the same thing. The 8 for the octagon, put the hand up, stop. So the octagon is also talking about 8. It also talks about stop. It also talks about the dog. It also talks about red, right? Another thing about 28 and 24 is the calculation that we run the 28-day cycle of the moon, and the 24 divides the house between 6 and 8, dividing the dog house with its communication. The communication coming together. The 8 octagon, dog. The 6 hexagon, cat. The basics of the life is like this, but this is not the way we work it. When we're living, we cover up this with a heart, and we bring our heart into life. When we, right, here there's 8 sides. Each one of these cubes, right, will have 6 sides, the 24 hours in the day. Each one is a cube. Cat is number 24. There's going to be 4 sides and 2 sides to the ring and the pole. Over here what happens, okay, because I squeeze these two together, I now come into life, I stand up. I am the eye, right? Notice the way this one joins over here. This area here will have 4 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4. This area here will have 1, 2, 3 sides. It becomes 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4 all the way around, or 7 times 7 times 7 is 343. House of Bait, the 2 letters represent the house of Bait. 18 and 9, 3 times 6, 3 plus 6. The 2-letter words for number 99, representing inside of Earth. So now we're going to get back to Earth. We can also move this H to the front for heart. We can also say there's rat. We have the ear inside of this. We also, what we can do is birth. If we add the B to it, we now have the birth, and it now can enter into the sun. What I can do with it between 1, if I want to add or subtract numbers to here, I have to subtract numbers with the understanding of A, B, C, D star system. I'm going to show you that. How many numbers in each one of these, right? I create a different connection. I used 6 numbers and 6 numbers and 6 numbers and 6 numbers, right? So I'm not sure if I can explain it this way. So let's say I get a number 52 like I did, but I don't count the 2. If I don't count the 2, I'm not counting the B. If I don't count the 1, I'm not counting the A. If I don't count the 3, I don't count the C. If I don't count the D, I don't count the 4. Every other one of these are just a reflection of these. If I say it's 8, it's going to be just like 2. This is to show you the dimension within its existence. Okay, I'm going to go check my chicken and come back. Yes, I shouldn't be eating this late. So let me move this back over here to Earth. I look at Earth and understand Earth with this sign over here. It is the 3rd planet. It has a singular moon to it. It's 1 and 2 equals to 3. I must look at it this way. 33 for Earth. $22 for Mars. 33 for Earth, 22 for Mars, 22 for ape and go. So why do I see it like this? When you go to the keyboard, right? When you go to the keyboard, right, you're typing, you'll see the $ with the number 4. $ number 4, 4 times a quarter. 3 times 3 equals to the 9. They both fit their reflection. 33 to the void, 3 by 3, 9. 22 to the void, 2 by 2, 9. The cube is number 33. The 22 is also the cube, but it's 22 to the ring. When you get married, M-A-R, ram, you put on the ring, on the finger. You take the ring, you put it on the finger. We're now married, right over here. You also have the child on the same finger. 4 and 9. 2 times 2 equals 4. 3 times 3 equals to 9. 3 cubed equals 27. 2 cubed equals 8. The total is 35. Did I get that right? Right. The thing about the cube is that on the cross of the cube is 18 plus 1, and the corners that are missing is 8, and it's going to work out to the same numeric value. And I like to go to the word brother. In the word brother is T-H-E-R. E-A-R-T-H-T-H-E-R. We also, from that, you could also get in the resemblance in Earth, aether. T-H-E-R. So, look at that. Within brother, right, or Earth, you get T-H-E-R, and that's number 51. All we added on is that. That's showing me division of the heavens. See that bar across? It's showing me divisions of the heavens. Right away, the R, the H, the I, they're all going to play a role in here now. What was once what is once 2 sides, 2 times 9 equals to 18, or I, and I, an I here, an I here, an I here, right? Off the top, connect them all together. You have the H, the full expansion for the H. You connect the H here. It's a split within the A and H, but the division of it is R and R. You ever see RH negative blood? That'll be to this side over here. Living in the blue world over here. This side. Left is going to be blue. Right is going to be red. Right, red, left, blue. Right, red, left, blue. Right is going to be hot, 43. And left is going to be blue cold, 34. Give me a minute. I'm going to get something to drink. I'm going to come back. Sounds good. Would you like to continue? I'm going to continue anyways. And for those of you who are not here on TikTok, wow, something's the matter. My TikTok is stuck. It says there's nobody here on TikTok, and it's stuck. I think my paper's stuck on it. Wow, my TikTok is stuck. Just give me a minute. Wow, it doesn't matter what I do. Okay, now it's unstuck. Wow, there's 2 people here and it shows nobody. Now it shows 1. Wow, it was all stuck. Okay, so let me put this back here. Just want to see when I put my hand up here what happens. Okay, just give me 1 minute. We're going to continue on. I'm here. Go ahead, eat and drink. I'll wait. Yeah, well, let's just take our time. So we're going to get on. Oh, I forgot to mention once. It's a 5-letter word, right? And I want to try and do this. It's a 5-letter word. EARTH is 5 letters. Right away, because it's 5 letters, it talks about separation of the 7th gate. Number 42 shows that. So when 42 shows that, if you use 42 as bookends, 3 is creation between it. That's the letter. It's the C letter. C is 100 in Roman numerals. So if C is 100 in Roman numerals, as the 3rd Roman numeral from left to right, we remember left to right and right to left are not the same thing. The same thing in the piano. There are 29 keys from right to left in the piano, right? There's 29 keys. That 29, very important, very important. Something always shows up on the 29th or doesn't show up. There's a result on the 29th. There's a result on the 29th. Okay, just give me a minute here. There's absolutely nothing here. There's absolutely nothing here. Maybe a piece of pet. Just give me a minute. I'm coming back. Wow, I'm going to move for something salty and I'll be there in a minute. Okay. Let me put the charge on it to make sure we don't run out of battery on here. It's a 5-letter word. So what we're going to do is we're going to go 135. So we know that it is at the heart of the split sun. 5 letters. Pluto and Mars are the same number. What this means is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times 27 is 13.5. It's at the heart. 5 letters. Number 5 is 42. Tells me about a gateway. It's ironic. Does this tell anybody anything? Does this tell anybody anything? I'm going to tell you what it tells me. I know this is going to create 6 and 8. 4 times 2, 4 plus 2. Nine and 5 Okay, they work together. They work together. 9 and 5. They're polars of each other. 4 and 1, 6 and 3. This is the male organ, right? Now what we're going to do is we're going to go 5 and 2. 5 and 4, female organ. This is the female organ. This might be the opposite, right? Or does it work together? 5 as 2 and 3 to 9, 5 and 4 connect the female to what is 6 and 3 male, connect the 1 and 4. After the death, we connect the male. Before the Christ, we connect the female. Those numbers I just showed you were both 5 and 9. They come together. The cat, right? Remember I told you the cat is going to be number 6? Well, the 9 is now going to talk about the cube, and the 5 is going to talk about the cube. Every single face is a 9, and the heart of every single face is the 5 position. We are the birth into the E world. So we have the 135 for Earth. They don't say we are birth, B-E-A-R-T-H. They say B-I-R-T-H. Just give me a second. You want to go up? You want to go up? You want to go up? Who's going up? Only one. Only one. Only one. Only one. Only one can go at a time. Because if you guys bark, I'm in trouble. Okay. Earth is at the gateway. The cat is going to talk about communication. The 8 is going to talk about how the cat communicates within the house. The cat communicates with the energy that is in the house, in God's house, in this creation house. And it communicates by using the entire system. The Earth moon and the connection between the 2 Mars moons. I'm saying a Mars moon here and a Mars moon here. No matter what goes on in between here, the 2 Mars moons hear everything, whether it's supposed to be part of the system or not. Go sit down in the den. Go sit in the den and be a good dog. Go sit in the den. What's the matter with you? You're not going out. You're a good boy. Yes, good boy. Yes, yes. Ozzy, you want to come in, Ozzy? So let's bring up a few more things about Earth. Earth, we are going to connect to Leo, and we're going to connect Earth to we're going to connect Scorpio. In the letter count, we're going to connect it to that, but we can't. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go. I was going by the letter count. I'm going to just say that. No, let me change this. The Leo and the Scorpio will be connected to what is 5, 9, and the cat. Okay, and I'm understanding that is the communication within the doghouse where Leo and Scorpio will now come in. And there's going to be a rotation, right? There's going to be a rotation within all the Jiminy crickets. Go over there. Come in, Ozzy. Come in. Come in. You want to see this? Just give me, we're going to go on a 1-minute break. I just want to show you this cuckoo dog for a minute. Just give me a minute. Let me show you this cuckoo dog. I can't even find him. I don't even know where he went. Here's this one. Ozzy, 1 o'clock in the morning. Ozzy, come in. Ozzy. Ozzy? I can't believe it. I don't even know where he is. Okay, we're going to go on a 2-minute break, if you don't mind. I'm going to go check my chicken. I have to go to the washroom. I'm going to finish on with Earth. Oh, yes, the water's boiling behind me, but it should stop. Okay, believe it or not, you will not believe I'm going to have a little coffee. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Oh, I can't have a coffee without a coffee cup. Everybody take 5 minutes, please. I don't like to waste anybody's time. There's just so much to go over. This never stops. Until we can prove, right, create the system and show how the words talk. Show what the words say. This is transparency. We have a Bible. We have a real Bible that's fair to everybody. For all your actions, you will pay. And the zodiac signs, all the zodiac signs, the 12 zodiac signs that run through the day, from midnight to midnight, they show you a 2-hour. They put together 2 hours, the 2-minute penalty in hockey, the foul ball in baseball. There's no fighting in baseball. There's no fighting in basketball. You're allowed to push your butt into somebody in basketball. The rules and regulations when you play cards, when you play games. This is for the children. This is for us. This is our Bible. We came up to this time in life that we got to compare everything to what is fair to everybody. In understanding what happens with the numbers is what's going on in every single character letter that creates every single word, that creates all the sentences that created the books that we read. I'm going to go make a pee-pee. I'm going to make myself a coffee. Go have yours. And just know that this is 2026 in 2025. It's the XYZ year. It is the last year of the alphabet for the 20. 2025 is the cross on the calculator. 852456 will equal to 25 or 1379. It'll be 1379 and 5 for 25. So what is 2, 4, 6, and 8? T and Y. 20 and 25 is what is GB, right? Bill Gates, gigabytes, the house of bait in 2025. And no matter how you look at it, it's going to say the same thing. And you know what's ironic? Is that when you say eighth, or if you say 80, or you say eighth, let me mark this down again. I'm going to answer you that in a minute. Okay, and I was talking about this. I want to do the zodiac signs. I just got to remember, I need to do the zodiac signs over. Yes, we're going to do 5 and 9. We're going to go to the dragon, and we're going to go to the goat. Everything to do with communication, we're going to go to the dragon and the goat. Between your birth into the E-world, the dragon, the goat, Leo, and Scorpio. And when it's in Scorpio, it's going to be between 10 o'clock, right? Between 600, 10 o'clock, 600, and 720. Between 6 and 9, a rotation in Scorpio. Why that's happening is because when you run with the zodiac 24-hour clock, it happens at 10 o'clock at night, right? So it goes from Scorpio goes, sorry, I'm wrong. It happens at 8 o'clock at night to 10 o'clock at night. That's going to be 3-6 in the 8. 4 and 8 and 60. Okay, let me do this coffee. Let me take a break. Everybody's on break. Break time. Break time. I keep forgetting. I just keep forgetting. Right? Break time. You know, when you work, you got to give it 110%, right? All the time. Doesn't mean you have to go fast. You have to try to be the best that you can be. the most efficient, right? And then everybody has to share. Everybody reaps the rewards. We all have to share and reap the rewards, right? We don't want to make more money. We want to make the money we earn. So let me check this over here. We're on break here. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. Yes. So now I have to I'll be back with you in a minute. I'm coming back. Give me a couple of minutes. Give me a couple of minutes. Give me a couple of minutes. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. I'm going to check the dogs. Very good. I'm so happy, you guys. I'm so happy. Go sit now, please. Good boys. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Yes. Yes. Oh, that's give me a minute. Okay. So what it is about, before I get back to Earth, and before we end this, So yes, the cat is. So when we get to 8, EIGHT, we don't have to add on the TY. We only add on the Y. When we come to 8th, we only add on the H. The T is already there within the word. So instead of adding on 45, I add on 25. 25 for Earth. Jack is number 25. John, not John, but there's another one. Jack is 25. John is 47. But the thing is when you get, I mean, in these situations, Jack is 25, Ape 22, Go 22. So what happens with this is when you get 25, like 1/4 at the end of something, 15 seconds is also noted to be what is a quarter. When you get to the 365.25 days, that Jack is for 25. The 25 is also going to be connected. See, there's a bunch of connections going on over here, right? Passing through the E world, the Y connects. So is it a 20 and 5? Is it a 15 and 10? A single connection, a double connection, a triple connection, or the entire star connected? Right? It's the connections of the 5, all the levels of 5. This one over here is going to go all the way into the 90. There's different levels into the 90, 10 with 60. Depends where we're going. 10 is also going to go into where 70 is. 10 is also going to go to where 90 is, but we're not going to use 10 where 8 is. The explanation for that, it comes from French. When they say 17, 18, 19, they're going to say 10. But when they say anything in the 80s, they will not use the 10. But in the 70s, they will go 60 and 10 4 times. 60 and 10 and 7, 60 and 10 and 8, 60 and 10 and 9. When you go to the 90s, it's 4 times 20 and 10 for 90. 4 times 20, 10 and 7 for 97. 4 times 20, 10 and 8 for 98. 4 times 20 plus 10 and 9 for 99. But when you're saying 10, 9, because I'm adding it, I have to understand the science that I can also subtract it. So inside both 77, 78, 79 is going to say ABC. Inside 97, 98, 99 is going to also say ABC. Inside of 80, okay, ABC starts at 82. 82, 83, 84 becomes ABC. And in 84, okay, 84, 83 for monkey. 84 is going to be for Pluto. It's also going to be the half-life. The third life, the life of creation, where things work in thirds. 3 times 28 or 4 times 21. Within the cubic house, things work in quarters by going 4 times 21. Things work in thirds by going 3 times 28. How the clock comes together between the matrix systems. We're going to get back to the word Earth again. Let me see where I was. Back in Earth. So because Earth, I don't know if I see, yes, I went over this, that Earth is the 3rd planet, Gemini. Earth is the 3rd planet, Tiger. Reverse the Tiger, reverse the Gemini, right? If I reverse the Tiger and I reverse the Gemini, then what I'm going to have is Capricorn, and I'm going to have, I think, the Rooster. I'm going to have the Tiger and the Rooster. That's the reverse, where Earth is. And then so I don't know about zodiac signs and how they go, but if we talk about them, right? I hope this is not too strong for me. I should definitely not be drinking coffee at night. So I'm just going to drink part of it. I'm just going to drink part of it. Okay. Yeah, so what happens now, this is part of the hypothetical thing. Is, you see, I was drawing a line here between 365.47, 365 days, 0.25 days. So it goes around in this area, right? So if this goes around in this area, 6 and 11 and 5 is 16, 511. Remember the elections were 511, representative of the key, representative also of Earth, 511. 11 is 1 and 1 is 2, 5 and 2 is Earth. The second way you can look at this, okay, is 365.47, and then 125.89 sort of creates that swastic thing. Swastika, you know what I'm saying? The 47, 25 and 22, the 22 void coming off of this cube. There's, over here is a 7 void, over here is a 4 void. 7 and 4, 4 and 7. 22 is for 8. So when I say the end of the clock, when you have the end of the cycle of the years, 365.25, I can say, well, can I add on 22 for something? Maybe for the train track that we're on. Time that goes on that is completely lost in the system. 0.22. 22, 44, 66, 88. Pegasus, 88. Trump, 88. The Monopoly game. The Monopoly game. 4, 8 is 12. Over here is 2. 14 and 12 is 26. No. 4, 8, 2, 8. 4, 8, 2, 8. 8 and 8 is 18. And 4 is 22 to here. And then 22 to here. And then 22 to here. And then 22 to here. 88. 88022. Anybody in for the 511 elections? Also 511 represents highway, security, telephoning, and the key, the word key. And you can notice, if you enter here, you can go all the way down to the center dimensions onto the crossroads. Here's the train tracks in Monopoly. Here is short line. Here is Reading Railroad in Pennsylvania, etc. B&O, Pennsylvania, Reading, except one of them is short line. It doesn't say railroad on it. This is the way the Monopoly is set up. One centered to 168 arounds, where we're possibly living in this corner right over here. The 225 area, 22.5. To start off over here, to go all the way up over here is 216, 216 degrees, 6 times 6 times 6, reaching of the moon to 234, the numeric value for the vibration, and we live in this tunnel here in the minus area. So let me get back onto Earth and see what else there is within Earth. We also have the breath, B-R-E-A-T-H, in the birth, B-R-E-A-T-H, and then within that breath, if we took away the R from, we kept the R and we just rearranged it, B-E-A-R, we then have birth inside of it, and it'd be number 54. Being number 52, right? Being number 52, we're going to have to go 5 equals to 42. 2 equals to 58. 4 and 2 is 6. 5 and 8 is 4. Okay? 5 is 1.5 times what 2 is. It's a half-life, the gateway to the half-life. We end up with 110. So the towers went down on 110. It creates 11, putting those two numbers together. Let me see over here. It creates 11 and 110. Okay. 58 or 85. Number 2 is going to represent 2 times 29. 3 29s is 78. 78 is that gateway, right, between 1 and 2. 7 and 8 missing over here. That's your 15, your passageway through Mars. So in number 2, because Earth is number 52, we also have to understand number 2. But to make a long story short, 5, 2, and 8. 5 and 8 are over here, connecting to 5 and 2. Spirit matrix, Venus. So what we're going to get to next is it's going to be 5 and 2 equals 7. 5 and 8 equals 13, equals 1 and 3 is 4. 5, just give me a second. 5 and 5 equals 10, equals 1. And it's going to be the same thing. 2 and 5 equals 7. 2 and 2 equals 4. And 2 and 8 equals 10.1. I'm going to show you this. What happens when you use number 5 and 2? They're both going to tell you of running the cycle. 741, 741. What does that mean? Everything in that we're running with are these 3 numbers here. We're running with the left side of the calculator, the number 12 over here. We run it 1.5 times into 18 over here. Everything multiplied by 3, 1 and 2 equals to 3. Everything multiplied by 3, that's when you can begin. You can't begin, otherwise you're talking about either 1, talking about with Mercury or the lunar moon, or 2, you're talking about Venus and the house of Venus, 2, 4, 6, 8. When you talk about both of them, now we can associate them with 3, 5, 7, and 9. Once you connect these two. 3 times 7, 21. 3 by 4, 12. 3 times 1, direct over to 3. All this fits here. 3 times 2, 6, because we've mirrored, we've now connected. 3 times 5, 15. 1 and 5 is 6. 3 by 8, 24. 2 and 4 is 6. Hold on a second. Sorry about that. Yeah, it looks like TikTok is not sharing me with anybody. I seem to be alone. Oh, we do have a viewer. We have Elami at number 33. Hey! Wow. Guess what's happening in 2 minutes? We're entering into the time of Aquarius. The 120th minute in a day. If you add up 1 through 15, it equals to 120. What is it telling me? It's talking about the game of pool, because there's 15 balls. If we use the 16th ball, we create the triangular shape. There's 16 balls in pool that go onto the table. When we put them in the square, we can put them in a square with 16 balls. The minute we take out the white ball, it falls to 15 balls. And now we're putting it in a triangle, the game of pool. When we reach 2 o'clock, it'll be 120 minutes. 1 and 2 equals to 3. It'll also be, let me see. Wow, 7,200, a part of a rotation in the house of bait. I multiplied it by 60. I need to understand how everything works. So this is what we got. Because 147, the 7 months of 31 days, the 4 months of the 30 days, and the Valentines, everything works in this rotation. And it's not only me, it's this calculator. 1 and 6 is 7. 4 and 3 is 7. 2 and 5 is 7. To what is 6 and 7, 13. 1 and 3 is 4. To what is 4 and 9, 13. 1 and 3 is 4. To what is 7 and 6, 13, 8 and 5, 13, 1 and 3 is 4. We now show you how this all sets up. We all cross through. What can I do for you? How you doing? You okay? So we understand what's going on with this calculator and the 7, 4, and 1. We can understand it, right? What can I do for you? What can I do? You want some water? You want some water? Whoop. Who's coming? You coming? Yes, sorry, I'm just giving this to the dog. Okay, so let's continue on here. What else are we going to talk about Earth? The reflecting planet to Earth is Uranus. Yes, so what happens with this over here, right? You can see 2, 5, and 8 for the number of Earth. Well, guess what? The letters are B-E-H, be, 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 or Heb, or like Heb, like in Hebrew. 2, 5, and 8. 2 times 5, 2 plus 5 will create 10 and 7, 17, 0, 3. With that calculation, okay, 3 levels up from 17 becomes 17, then it becomes 34, then it becomes 51 Mars, then it becomes 68, the divided gate of the house planet. When we calculate the reverse of what Mars is, we get 40 and 13 equals to 53, and that's going to be part of electric company. It's going to equal to also what is, just give me a minute, 53 and 27, house of bait. It gives me an amazing thing. This is amazing. 8 times 5, 8 plus 5, silver spirit matrix, equals to 40 and 13, or how about 4 and 4, right? This one's going to take me up to the next level, okay, of dividing the day into 3 parts, or dividing everything into 3 parts. When you add it, it's 53. When you minus it, it's 27. They're the same. These two are the same. They're going to tell you about the heaven's birth in the house of bait, an electric company running through the moon. This here and this here. How so? 5 times 3, 15. 15 and 8 equals 23. 14 and 9 equals 23. Look at the math. W, W, H and I, O and N. There's going to be a division here, and it happens when your birth comes into the heavens. This is number 6. This is number 5, 11. You're born into the E world, into the high heavens. You're born into the heavens. On top of it, you become an occupant. So this is everything that tells me that this part is Earth, telling you you're through Mars into the house planet divided by the 7th gate. The reverse of that, right, shows me the high heavens, the birth in the heavens. This one does not. Let me see what this one ended up doing. Yeah, this is 10 and 7. This one over here is going to give me the mirror. A, B, C, D in order to get to 10. This is going to be located. Once I hit 10, that 10 will be located, okay, between what is 60 and 10 equaling to 70. It'll be 70, 77, 78, 79. It'll be 4 times 20 plus 10 equaling to 90, 97, 98, 99. Just give me a second. 3 by 29 equals to 80. No, that's wrong. 3 times 26 equals to 78. 3 times 26 equals to 78 minus 1. 3 times 26 equals to 78 plus 1. Just give me a minute. 3 times 32 plus 1. 3 times 33. 3 times 32 plus 2. 3 times 33 minus 1. I went on to something a little bit different. What I was showing you now is what is the difference between 7 and 9. What is the difference between 7 and 9 on a higher grade? First of all, okay, in order to understand where it is, I'm just calculating 70. In order to get to 77, I need 3 times 26 equals to 78. I'll get to 78. If I want to get to 77, it's 3 times 26 minus 1. 3 times 26 1 plus 1. I'm talking about this gateway, the 7 and 8, only to the single moon, with the moon or without the moon, a single moon, or Mercury in the doghouse. This is going to be 8. This one is going to represent, see, we went 32, is going to be 5 and 6, right? Our E world, the coming in our E world. In this one over here, it's going to be 96. We need 1 for 97. We need to add a moon. This is going to represent the Ram, the Pig, and Leo. 3 by 33 is absolutely perfect. We're being born into the rotation, right, of the sun and the moon. This one over here is 96 plus 2. Now we get the 98. The 2 moons of Mars. 3 times 33 is 99 minus 1. Now we're taking away the moon of Earth inside of this, our birth into the heavens. I don't know exactly how they work and exactly what they say, but this is exactly how the equation goes. But it doesn't only go like that, okay? It also goes Whoa, okay, hold on. I'm gonna just let me finish this equation. I'm going to be with you in a minute. 4 times 24. Okay, here how it goes. Now we all know that we run with the 432 vibration, right? Let me see if I can set this up between, because it's not, okay. I'm going to see if I can put this here. We all know that we run with the 432 vibration. So I use 2, 3, and 4 to get me to number 77, 78, and 79. 2 by 39 is 78. I don't need to use anything. That when I use nothing, I have a question for myself. Am I now using the sun? How can we connect the sun? Can we connect the major connections of everything? Okay, when we have the 0, we use the area connecting to the sun, or the energy. What would the O represent? Or would it be the water? Because we also have to understand there's a connection between the fire, the earth, the air, and the water, right? So minus and plus, take away or add the earth moon. Here, over here, 4 by 19 is 96. 4 by 19 is 76 plus the Earth moon. 4 by 19, 76 plus the Mars moon. 4 by 19, 76 plus all 3 moons gives me to where my gateway is. 79. 79, birth in the gateway. Gateway to the heavens. The power in 2 gates. 2 gates. This one over here. Okay, this is all going to be angels. I don't know how it works. This one is your birth in creation. Okay, before you came to the mirror, before you came to D, this is 39. This is, I think this is our ABC 60-minute clock that we run off of. It's different than the 48. Right, I still have to go over their value. Right now I'm showing you what happens in the math. Right, I can use 48 and I can use 49. Each one telling me something different, the 8 and the 9, right? One is with the birth, one is the connecting heavens. So each one of these are going to be adding on either the 2 moons and 1 moon, or just the 2 moons of Mars, or just the 1 moon. And then we have the same thing down here, or it becomes 49, so that's between the birth, and it's minusing one of the moons, and here it's adding one of the moons when it gets to 99. And then over here at the 4 multiplication, it shows me a gateway. This tells me about buy, sell, ring, pole. It also tells me about night and day, 16 hours a night. And it also represents the pig, the zodiac signs in the pig inside of this, and Pluto. This is going to divide the night and day, you notice, right? Dividing of the 7th gate between the 2. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 divides that 7th gate of the cube. This cube over here. (432, 440). So 432 is 108. 432 equals 3 times 108, 2 times 54, 4 times 27, 12 times 9. That'd be your birthday, the face of your birthday. When we go to 440, that'll equal to 110. I'm going to show you this, okay? When we go to 440, that'll equal to 110 times 4. It'll also be 8 times 55, 55 yard in the CFL, right? Only 3 downs. The NFL is 4 downs. So you can see you see what happens? In one, we have 12 players. We play with all 12 players. In the other, we play with 11. It's 11 and 1, and it's 10 and 1. What does that mean? Well, we have a quarterback, and we want to count the quarterback and the goalie separate. We also, when we do 440, we end up at 16 times 27.5. So it's not the same thing. When we do the 440, it's not the same thing as this. One can be split evenly, the other one cannot. We end up with the E world. I'm assuming this one is the Earth and splitting everything into 432. I think this one has to do with the sun and the gateway. The gateway and the sun, and this is the division of the day. Well, I have to go over this. 4 times 4, 4 plus 4 equals to 16 and 8, 24. The other one, when I said the sun, I'm also saying our life. Our divided life at the 7th gate, 24 and 9 equals to 33. It's our rotation. The math, 6 and 9 over here. And if you take a good look at it, right, the equation is similar. Maybe that's why it works. 4 times 3 times 2 is 24. 4 plus 3 plus 2 is 9 equals 33. 3 and 3 is 6. 4 and 4 is 8. So right away there's a dividing gate, and the dividing gate is right over here. But anyways, 3 times 3, 3 plus 3, 6 and 9, 15. 1 and 5 equals to 6. 2 and 4 equals to 6. They now come together in equality. So they were able to cheat it. Is there any way we can split this up? Now we're going to have to divide this by 4. Divide this by 4. And find all the numbers that divide. Here's the number that divide. 1 and 8, 9. 5 and 4, 9. 2 and 7, 9, 9. Inside this one over here, it was... Inside this one over here, it was 4, 8, and 16. It looks like binary code. And then over here, it's 2, 1. I'm just trying to figure out what the total is over here. The 108, this was a 2. This is a 1. And this is a 5, 2, 1, 5. This is looking like memory. Like they're trying to take something to do with memory over here. Let me see what the equation is completely. This will be 2. This will be 2. Oh, let me see that again. Let me see this. Now this is going to equal to 3 plus 1 plus 8. 8, 9 is equal to 12 is equal to 3. 5 plus 4 plus 2 is equal to 9. 11 is equal to 2. 7 and 2 and 4 equals to 4. And this equals to 9 and 1 and 2 equals to 3. This one here equals to 6. This one equals to 9. And this one equals to 14. Let me see, 6. This one's second, 6, 7. 7 and 5, 12. 12 and 9, 21, 3. Check this out. This is pretty freaky. In this situation, in order to equate to this, we end up with 3, 6, 9. In this situation, okay, in order to equate to this, we end up with 3, 2, 4. In this situation, I used 4 perfect numbers. In this situation, I can break it down one more time. right? Which will equal to 440 divided by 32, 13.75. Times 32 equals 5, 10, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Look at that. It does the same thing. It repeats a number twice. You remember on the fourth one, you start over again. It repeats the number twice. On the fourth one, you start over again. It repeats the number twice. The difference between these two, although there's a 2 difference, 108 and 110. Which way do you want to look at this? I'm trying to figure out which way to look at this. But this is a 10, this is 11 right away to start. Let me see, did I get that right? This is a 9. Yeah, look at this one. 8 and 1 is 9, right? This one right away, it shows 11. I'm not even going to change it to a 2. The IT system is what changes this. Anyways, we're going to end the video just to say that when it comes to the 29th day, 126.22 hertz vibration of life, 216 is the moon, frequency of regeneration 210. 210 would be the dartboard. It's also going to be what is 012. 3 divided by 1 is 0.333. 2 divided by 1 is 0. They're both at the 0 point. They haven't achieved the 1 section yet. So I can be looking at that 210, 42, the gateway, 1 through 20. Crichton. I have 10 new messages over here. I'm going to say hello, but I'm going to bed right now. I don't know if anybody else is on. This thing is not working. It says there's people on, but nobody's on right now. So peace and love. We're going to end this. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. If you can help out the channel, that would be absolutely amazing. It's time for bed. You can do that at, I don't know if we can change the background. No, I can't change the background here, right? Where did I write that down? Whoop, here it is. Just want to let you know that this is my Rumble channel. And if you'd like to help out the channel, I think it's paypal.me. And if you have any further questions, don't hesitate. Hey, we're here together. We're in the final days. Thank you for joining, but this video is done. I'm here 3 hours. Peace and love. We'll be back here in the morning. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.